12 Days of Beardsmas, day number 6. At the end of this episode, we're going to be halfway through the series this year, and I have a prediction. I predict that one of you will win a giveaway today, and we'll launch a new one, which is very true. If you guys dig that, hit a thumbs up for me to show YouTube that you like this video. Of course, yesterday's giveaway winner, new giveaway today, talk about a company, and we're going to have a history lesson from a facial hair-fueled human of the past. Let's go right into it, you guys. Today's person that you saw in the title is going to be, boom, Nostradamus. Now, Nostradamus, that's not his real birth name. He actually Latinized it and made it a little bit easier to say amongst the world, at least in his eyes. Now, he was from France. He was an astrologer, but so much more than that. But of course, he was known for making his predictions, especially these long-term predictions, and we'll come back to that. So let's start with his early life. So early on, he was a very smart young man, of course. He progressed through school very quickly, way quicker than anybody thought could be possible. He was also tutored by his grandmother, who was very intelligent. And then he enrolled in university at the age of 14. Not just any university, he was going for medical. So he was trying to become a doctor and go into essentially the modern equivalent of med school at 14. Well, unfortunately, a year later, he had to leave. Now, there are some claims and rumors on the internet that he was expelled. That is not true. What I found in my studies is he actually left because of the plague, right? The bubonic plague sweeping through his school. So naturally, when you have one of the scariest illnesses in the history of the world running throughout Europe and running through his area, he decides, why don't I go travel and see if I can cure it with herbs? Because that's like the normal thing to do. Well, he does that. He tries all of his apothecary ideas, and then he eventually comes back and goes back to another university to medical school, and he gets his doctorate in medicine. From there, he goes on and gets married. He has 2 children, and he begins treating the plague. Now, he goes about it in a very different way. He doesn't use the common practices. Well, what are some of the common practices? Well, 2 of the main things that they would do were bloodletting ceremonies, where they would cut you specifically, oftentimes in your arm and in your shoulder, and they would let the blood out, or they would wrap you in garlic-soaked blankets. And he was like, I don't think that's doing anything. And he came up with 2 like revolutionary ideas that actually helped. He said, number 1, how about we get these dead bodies out of the streets and away from people? Maybe that's spreading the plague. Wow, okay. Number 2, right? What about rats eating them and stuff? Okay, another story. Number 2, what about giving patients something like vitamin C? And this was in the form of rosehip oil originally. And this was like this really big idea. And it was like, wow, it's kind of working. Now, to kind of go against all that, you're going to say, but Dan, that kind of contradicts you. His wife and 2 children died at very young ages from the plague. Now, of course, this is just a beast of an illness and not much that he could do about it. So from there, once his family dies, he's always had this conflict with the church. The university that he went to was a religious university, and they didn't believe in some of the like herbal remedies that he was doing and some of the thoughts that he had and some of the predictions that he was starting to make. So he had some harsh words for the church, and that created a tension. He decided he wanted to alleviate that tension, not like bloodletting, but alleviate that tension, and he wanted to travel and kind of learn about the world and see what was going on. And in these travels, it's when he started to really make some of his famous predictions. And the first one, the big one, was he met this group of monks, young monks, and he was talking to them, and then something just hit him. And he pointed out one monk in particular and said, young man, you will become the Pope one day. Now, this wasn't any situation where he's like, everyone's like, this is the guy, he's going to become the Pope or anything. He just met them, just started talking, and I guess in the middle of the conversation, he stopped and said, you will become the Pope one day, and that young man did become the Pope. Whew, kind of freaky. Okay. He then, after his travels, goes back to France and he gets married again. He has 6 children, 3 boys, 3 girls. And at this time, he starts to write almanacs. He starts to make short-term predictions and then eventually long-term predictions. Now, you guys have all heard of like the Farmer's Almanac. Well, they were really popular back then. They would take events from the past, they would take conditions from the current, and they would make ideas of what was going to happen. And he started to hit some home runs on some different things from weather to like astrological events that were going on, and people started to really follow him. He actually became very famous and started to get in with like royalty all around Europe and became this really well-known name. Now, he went on, he ended up dying, I believe at age 62, of these lifelong ailments and illnesses that just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And he left behind a legacy of his family and left behind this great life. But the biggest thing that his popularity has become almost this like cult-like following as time has went on is he made these long-term predictions. And now people say that he predicted things like the French Revolution, like Hitler, like 9/11. Oh, I mean, we could go on and on and on. And this has become really popular to this day. And of course, he had a great beard, so that's just going to fuel that popularity. Well, I've read a lot of these predictions. I've read the actual translated language, and they are unbelievably vague. I mean, unbelievably vague. It's like this story that you're talking and weaving, and I could see really anybody tying it to any event. And I mean, some of them are more specific than others. I'm like, I could see that, but some of them just, it's like, this is a bit of a stretch to me, but it's fun, right? And for me, I taught ancient world history, and so we would teach things like the Mayan calendar. And people would be like, oh my gosh, they predicted this, they predicted that, and they said the world was gonna end, or this event. It was just that the calendar had 3 different parts to it, and it would reset every so many years, and people thought that that was this big prediction. No, it's just how their calendar restarted. That would be like us saying, oh, there's a prediction, there's going to be a big party every December 31st. No, that's just how our calendar works. So not to be like a Debbie Downer on Nostradamus and his predictions, but they were very vague. It's almost like fortune tellers, you know, when they had that big thing where you'd call in and they would like kind of lead you. It's what it seems like a bit, but still. The dude was wickedly smart, had some revolutionary ideas for his times, and above all is just very, very interesting. So thank you guys for listening to this history lesson today. You guys know I get giddy about history and beards. When I can bring them together, it's amazing. Okay, speaking about beards, today we are back to Beard Octane. Affiliate discount code DANC10 saves you guys 10%, supports what we do here, and you get to try a great company. What we are going to do today, oh, I had it. I don't have it with me. Oh, I do have it with me. It's in my pocket. I was like, I know, I promise guys, I prepared. I'm going to show you guys my favorite oil by them and then kind of talk about their beard oil. We did the butter last time. It's in the same set here, Ginger Jamboree. That is my collaboration. Their oil is a light viscosity oil or a thin oil. This is my absolute go-to on thin oils. I have all spectrum of oils that I like, medium thin, medium thick, you name it. There's ones that I love. This one is so good, especially when I travel to like hot, humid places or we're in the Michigan summers where it is hot and humid. I love a light viscosity oil. It leaves your beard feeling just light and fresh. Now, when it's really dry out, consider using a little bit more oil because some people say, hey, my beard dries out quickly. It seems to lose its effects. Yeah, that's going to happen in dry climates. Just try upping it a little bit more while at the same time, cheers. You increase your water intake. I was actually thirsty, and that transition right there was perfect timing. So thank you guys for hanging with me on that one. But their oil is so good, you guys. And this is one of my favorite scents of all time. Likely my most used beard oil in the history of my beard. Give them a shot. Give some feedback down below on Beard Octane. If you've tried them, please share, uncensored. Just be professional and mature, of course. Okay, giveaway time. We're going to announce yesterday's $50 valued giveaway, but that was from Fable Beard Co. And this is going to be their growth elixir. It's a supplement for your beard to help it out. Very legit, and it actually does work for the health and feel of your beard. So random generator from the Gleam link. Good luck, everybody. Boom! There's your winner. Congratulations. You don't have to do anything other than check that email you signed up with. Give them a little bit of time, but Fable will reach out to you to get your name and your shipping address or somehow connect with you to make sure this product gets to you 100% free. Now, speaking of free, guys, to enter the giveaway today, it is absolutely free. You never have to pay for shipping. You never have to do a purchase. It's just to say thank you for supporting this platform. Thank you for supporting these companies and the beard community at large. Now, today we are giving away a $50 gift card to Beard Octane. You can buy whatever you would like on their website. Very simple to order, very simple to enter. Number 1, be subscribed to the channel. Number 2, click that link, put your name, your email address. It's going to be in the description and in a pinned comment. And then number 3, very specifically, leave a positive comment down below. Hey, maybe it was a good show that you watched last night. Maybe you're proud of your kids. Maybe you watched a video that was inspirational to you. Maybe somebody did a random act of kindness. I genuinely love hearing positive stories. I do not watch things like the news. I do not subscribe to like negative channels. I just don't want that stuff in my life. I want to put that positive vibe into the environment, into the atmosphere. You guys do your part and you get a chance to win something for free. Pretty dang cool. Thank you guys as always for watching. Halfway through, let's get it guys. Another 6 here. Dan C. Bearded. Stay bearded and stay positive.